Hi, so we're here on the Martin stand. I'm here with Mike, product manager at Martin. He's going to show us through some of the new stuff for 2025, and obviously I'm sure a lot of you guys out there have already seen the probably the biggest news is the refresh of the Standard Series. So tell us all about it.
Yeah, we're really excited for this refresh. Obviously, just getting back to a lot of vintage appointments that folks have been asking for, and we knew would be, real winners for the consumer. So we tried to hit three key areas: tone, playability, and aesthetics. First, on the tone front, we've got Golden Era bracing.
Yeah.
So this is very much like what we're using on the Modern Deluxe, shaped very similarly, and we feel that's a real tonal improvement, as well as bone bridge pins or ebony in the case of an 18, for example.
Yep.
So across the line, we'll have bone or ebony pins, and that mates up nicely with the bone saddle and bone nut. As far as aesthetics, you'll have nut on flat, which is, again, just another vintage appointment. We have a new bridge shape, which we're calling the Golden Era Modern.
Yeah. It's a kind of nice rounded edge there.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So back in the day, these would be shaped by hand very meticulously, and we've just crafted a way to do that in a more refined process that we can, bring to the modern era. So new shape, same footprint, obviously. As far as 28 level and up, you'll have a longer diamond. This is an 18, so it does not have a diamond. But the idea there being, again, just vintage appointment
Let me grab
level.
this 28 then.
Please, thank you very much. So you can see the volute.
Yeah. So the 18s are like that, and then the 28s.
Correct, yeah. So anything that had a diamond before just now gets an upgrade. Speaking of the neck, as we're looking at the back of the barrel, we've gotten a new shape. So it's GE Mod Oval. It's kind of a hybrid with what we've been doing with modified low ovals, but just bringing a GE twist to it.
Yeah.
And that pairs nicely with the authentic spec fingerboard. So this is a thinner fingerboard overall. Again, another playability enhancement, as well as just, vintage correct. And we've also beveled the edges. Again, another one of those hand-working things that we've just incorporated.
Yeah.
So really excited about these.
Yeah. So in real basic terms,
Yes.
what is I guess for me the biggest change is the bracing, the Golden Era bracing. What are you going to hear tonally, the difference between Golden Era bracing versus, say, regular scallop bracing?
Sure. So very subtle, obviously, and very subjective, but we think that you're going to hear a little more bass response and just a little more tightness in the sound overall.
Would you say it favours a player that's got maybe a softer kind of touch, or is it still good for like bluegrass styles?
Definitely still good for bluegrass, because obviously Golden Era was used in the bluegrass vein.
Sure,
yeah.
sure. Okay, yeah, well that's interesting to know, because that's going to be the sort of question,
Sure.
as we still have stock of the older models and the new ones coming in, there's going to be consumers obviously asking us the main differences, and maybe there might be some customers that still prefer the older bracing and stuff as well, so it'll be interesting to see kind of how it all goes when we start getting some stock in as well. So yeah, so excited for the new Standard Series stuff. So is that including like the Street Legends, absolutely everything has all been...
Everything across the line. So Street Legends, bursts.
Yep.
We have a new burst in the satin side. We're calling the 1935 burst.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
So it's a very nice burst, very nice representation of what we would have done in the Golden Era.
Sure.
Yeah.
And another one of the big ones is the Billy Strings signature model as well. So there's two versions of that. Can we find that and get a look at that?
Straight across here.
Okay, after you.
So yeah, as you said, we have a very exciting artist collaboration this year. We're all really pumped about this. Two models with Billy Strings, who, for those that don't know, is kind of a bluegrass revivalist guitarist, and just really a great Martin enthusiast. So this has been a long time in the making, developing some specs that were really interesting to Billy, and that we felt would be compelling to everyone. So what you're holding there, John, is the D-28 Billy Strings. So very much outwardly looks like our standard D-28, but it's got a few twists. It's based on his D-28 from 1940, which is one of his beloved guitars. So herringbone around the top. The GE bracing that we just talked about in the Standard Series for sure. And a few things that set it apart, and I see you grabbing the top of the neck there. a tweener, as we would call it, nut width. So it's 1 and 23/32, which is right in between 1 and 11/16 and 1 and 3/4. And that was just a thing that he preferred, as well as a 25-inch scale. So it's a little bit slinkier.
So for bending and stuff.
For bending and very fast playing in a dreadnought. So this is a real enthusiast guitar.
Super low action as well. It's really low.
And depending, on setup.
Of course,
Yeah.
But straight out the box, I think anybody that's trying to
that was definitely the approach.
That style, then it's a good way to go. So this is the X Series version.
And so the X Series version has the same barrel and same nut width, scale length. So playability-wise, you're going to feel some very common similarities there. Obviously, this being a much more affordable option, it's got the Brazilian HPL pattern on the back and sides, and a spruce top.
Yeah, it's kind of like a great dreadnought for someone if you're normally like a triple O player. Because it's really like comfortable neck and that scale and everything, isn't it? It's going to be really comfortable to someone that's a smaller guitar. Yeah.
Yep, playability of a triple O, but the sound, the boominess of a dreadnought.
Yeah. Very cool. Very cool. What else do we have that's new and cool that we should look at?
CEO-11.
Yeah, let's check this out.
So our president and CEO, Thomas Ripsum, has had a few guitars now in the CEO series. And this is the CEO-11 in an M body shape, 3-piece back, as you can see, with white oak back and sides, really highly figured.
What is the neck on that?
The neck is flamed maple.
Wow.
So complements very nicely with the oak, aesthetically and obviously with the figuring. This is a custom blue color that we're calling New Horizons, which is Thomas's namesake album. You've got a very interesting rosette there, custom. We've never done that before. And the headplate inlay is an unalome. So it's a nod to creativity and just overall spirituality of creativity. This is limited to 1,111, excuse me.
It's a cool guitar to talk about anyway. I know this one's been out for a while, but we're still waiting to get our first one. Johnny Marr 7-string.
Yeah, this is another one, just me personally, I was very excited to even be part of. I'm a huge Johnny Marr fan. Yeah, so you're noticing that octave string is doubled up.
Yeah.
So it gives you the sound of a 12-string, but not quite the bulkiness of playing it. So you can definitely do, 12-string runs on the G and even get a little jangly chord thing going. So these are also M body shapes. It's kind of the year of the M. We just discontinued or retired the M36, which was in our line for quite some time, but we really complemented it with some special runs here.
It's not completely gone.
No, not at all. It's kind of an internal favorite. We all really like the M.
Yeah. Cool.
So this is in a 7-string and a 6-string configuration for those that prefer it.
What do we have here?
So through our road series, we've elevated certainly what appointments you can get, and we're calling this line the Retro Plus. So this is very 18 style, as you can see. And we're using mahogany back and sides, a torrefied spruce top on here.
It's a great looking guitar.
Absolutely. Ebony, fingerboard and bridge, a beveled and polished pickguard.
So it's a very, very close guitar spec-wise to a D-18 then.
It's representing that style, I would say, very accurately. And this is out of our plant in Navajo, Mexico, so we're able to offer this at a
really
very competitive price.
Yeah. And is that available triple O's and in Rosewoods as well?
Triple O and D for the time being, but a Rosewood-esque model may be in the horizon.
See how this one goes.
This is what we feel is a great entry point for the Martin enthusiast that's looking for very specific configurations.
Yeah, and they want traditional kind of look, don't they? Look and vibe, yeah, I get that. Yeah, they're very nice.
So Martin is the oldest continuous ukulele maker, and to commemorate one of our landmark models, the concert ukulele, we have the 100-year anniversary. 1925, we began doing the concert ukulele, and this is the 100th anniversary of it. So here we have a model out of Nazareth that is top, back, and sides sinker mahogany. Nice. So this is a reclaimed mahogany, old growth wood, very resonant. And one interesting thing we're able to do is downsize material that couldn't be used for a guitar, obviously, but use it for a ukulele.
Yeah.
So that's what we've done with this particular model. This is limited to 91, which is the number of ukuleles that we sold in 1925. So a nice subtle nod to our heritage there.
This sort of things, can't help but notice this one.
The absolute top of our line, the 5K uke. So if you think about it, it's kind of like a 45 of the ukulele world. So the highest flame koa we can possibly find, pearl top, back, and sides, or just top and back, excuse me.
Yeah, it's stunning. Very cool. Right, we're going to sneak in here and have a look at some custom shop guitars, just because.
Yeah. If you can dream it, we can build it, and this is a really nice representation of that. Very varying specs. We've tried to put together about a dozen really compelling builds here, and they're basically lotteried off to a lucky buyer. And yeah, you know, you can mix up any of these specs and make your dream guitar, basically.
Let's look at
this
that
guy.
one. Yeah. Nice. Stunning. Another little killer uke there as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, beautiful.
So a beautiful burst on that.
Yeah. Like a tiger eye burst or something like that, isn't it? Yeah, it looks really nice. Amazing. Right, so we're going to leave it there on the Martin stand. It's absolutely packed. Everybody at the show seems to have made this their first port of call today. So just want to say thanks for your time, and we look forward to seeing you guys soon. Cheers.
Take care.
Bye.